vlog today. I am off to Crewe to go and see Blood Brothers at the Lyceum Theatre. This will be my second time, not second time seeing it in Crewe, but second time seeing this show. I saw it in October last year in Liverpool, and I just thought it was brilliant, and I just felt like I had to see it again. So that's what I've done. I bought myself a ticket to the Wednesday matinee on the 15th of March, and I'm very excited. This is a new cast. It's the 2023 touring cast, which is pretty much the same as the 2022 touring cast, because there's so many returning cast members, but there's 4 people, maybe even less, who aren't doing it this year. But yeah, it should be good. I'm excited to see Nikki Evans as Mrs. Johnson again. She is brilliant. Tell Me It's Not True is amazing. Sean Jones is back as Mickey, and he is great, but I think there's no surprise there because he's been playing Mickey for about 25 years. So yeah, it should be good. See him again. Really like his Mickey, and Tim Churchill is back as well. There's a few other returning faces as well, but they're just the main 3. I say the main 3. Tim Churchill's not playing a main character. That's what I had to mention him because I think he's great, and I'm so happy he's back. Yeah, okay. I'll see you all in a bit. I'll speak to you all when I get to the train station. Okay, so just arrived. It's about a 10-minute walk to the theatre from where I am now. I've been walking for 10 minutes so far. So yeah, it's a bit of a walk, and I'm a bit out of breath because it's been a bit uphill, but I'm fine. Not too far from the theatre now. I can see a sign actually for it. So yeah, should be good. The train wasn't as long as I thought it would be. It was only 40 minutes, so that was quite good. So yeah, so all going well so far, and I'll update you guys in a bit. Yeah. Hi, and welcome to the review part of this video. So we're going to be talking about the show that I saw in the vlog. If you've been watching the vlog, you know, but of course you've been watching the vlog because that's what you're watching. Willie Russell's Blood Brothers, which I saw today at the Crewe Lyceum. I saw the 2023 touring cast. I said this at the beginning, but this cast is pretty much the same as the 2022 touring cast, which was so last year. Let's just talk about theatre experience first. So I went to the Crewe Lyceum, as I just said. I paid £30 for my ticket, and it didn't tell me this when I booked it, but it was a restricted view. If you've seen the show, you know the set is split up into 2. So you've got one side of the set is the Lion's side. It's like houses, so you've got the Lion's house and the Johnston's. Now I couldn't see any of the Johnston's house. I could just see the Lion's house. So when there was a scene, when they're using the houses, they do a scene on the doorway, do a scene on the doorway of the house, and I couldn't see any of the scenes there. Luckily, there was only a few scenes that were like that, because in a lot of scenes they just brought props on into the middle to make it look like they were inside whoever's house it was. But yeah, it was still
You know, it's still a bit annoying that I paid 30 quid.
And I wasn't told it was restricted. And I was just at the very top as well, which I obviously knew I was going to be at the top. Because
it obviously told me
that when I bought the ticket. But it didn't tell me it was restricted, so that was a bit annoying. But,
you know, it doesn't matter. I've seen the show before, so I know what's going
on when I can't see it. But yeah, the really annoying thing was, it's like you would even
lose your chance of trying to
see it because everybody else in front of you had the same problem, and they were all going like this to try, like looking over the ledge to try and see where it was. So that was blocking it even more. So you couldn't even look over to see.
It didn't take away from the enjoyment of the show, making it sound like it did,
but it didn't.
Just there were some things I couldn't see, but because I've seen it before, it didn't like really
annoy me. I wasn't sat there in anger, but yeah, it was a bit
disappointing that I didn't know it was going to be restricted. And there was a couple of schools there. I'm pretty sure that some schools do this for GCSE, so that's probably why
they were there. But they were very annoying. They decided to talk all the way through, tell me it's not true, which got me nice.
Because that's my favourite part of the show. And if you've seen the show, you know that there's some loud gunshots.
Right at the end of the show and in the middle of Act 2.
And then in the middle of Act 2,
they went absolutely mental. I felt like shouting, calm down. I've seen it before and it still made me dry on.
It still made me jump. It's very loud.
And very realistic gunshots.
It's not nice, but
they were like
really freaking out. They were screaming and everything.
And the poor actors on stage are you know, being disrupted by all these girls screaming. You can't hear what they're saying on stage. It was
a bit annoying. And it was a really serious moment of the show as well. And at the end of the show, there's even louder and there's more gunshots because something massive happened. I'm not going to tell you what, but something massive happens at the end of the show, and there's quite a few loud gunshots that all go off at once, so it's even louder. And then they decided to carry out that reaction all the way through Tell Me It's Not True. It was just near the end of Tell Me It's Not True, that big moment of the song, where they actually decided to shut. Okay, let's hope. Yes, now, we had one understudy on today, which I was quite excited about because it was one of the people that I was really looking forward to seeing, and that was Sean Jones. So Sean Jones was not on as Mickey today. I don't know if he was ill, or just because he doesn't do a Wednesday matinee or whatever, because I know that like there's always a lot of understudies on like a midweek matinee, because like the main people don't usually do them. I don't know why that is. I've just noticed that with a lot of shows. Sean Jones' understudy, Josh Capper, was on. Now, he was the understudy Mickey in the last tour, and I remember a lot of people said a lot of really, really good things about him. People said he was brilliant. So when the announcement came on before the show that Sean wasn't going to be in it, and it was going to be played by Josh Capper, I was a bit disappointed, but I was kind of looking forward to seeing what it was going to be like, and he was really good, especially when he was playing a kid at the beginning. He was brilliant. I think Blood Brothers is quite a hard show to cast because of Act 1 and the adults playing kids, because you have to have somebody who can not only play somebody their own age, but also play somebody like 20, 30 years younger than them. So it's really, it's really hard to cast. Okay, so let's go through the rest of the cast. As I mentioned, Nikki Evans, Nikki Colwell Evans. We're going to say her full name. That's what's in the programme. Was really, really good. As I expected. Tell Me It's Not True was incredible. It was really, really good. It would have been better if the kids weren't talking about it. I'm going to stop ranting about that. It was good. Now we need to talk about Richard Monday, who was also a returning cast member from the last tour. He's incredible. People always forget about the narrator. I don't know how, but the narrator is like one of my favourite roles in this show. It's so good. I don't really want to spoil it, but the way he narrates the story is so good, and he's kind of creepy. I Choose Upon the Table. This is a really, really good song, and I absolutely loved it. So he is amazing. And I completely forgot that he was returning to this tour. He's great. Really, really great as the narrator. There's three more returning cast members that I want to talk about. Tim Churchill, Timothy Lucas, and Paula Tappington. Paula Tappington was is understudying Miss Johnson, but she's also Mrs. Lyons. Paula Tappington's actually doing Mrs. Johnson in a few venues. Nikki Evans isn't doing all of them. They're sort of like sharing them at the moment. I was very lucky to have Nikki Evans in Crewe, but yeah, she is brilliant. I don't know what Mrs. Johnson will be like. I feel like she is more of a Mrs. Lyons than a Mrs. Johnson. So I really would like to see her, Mrs. Johnson. So maybe she'll do it full time at one point, because I think that'd be quite interesting. But she was good as Mrs. Lyons. I did see her last year as well. Timothy Lucas as Sammy. Sammy is not a character that I like very much. He's quite funny as a kid, and then as he gets older, I really dislike him. I think everybody would agree. He doesn't do some very nice things in this show. He's not a very nice person. I don't think anyway. But in Act 1, he's quite funny, but he also does some things that aren't very nice. But he's not as bad in Act 2. Yeah, and Tim Church was Mr. Lyons. I mentioned him at the beginning. He is so good. He doesn't just play Mr. Lyons, plays a couple of other roles as well. You see him pop up as different people throughout the show, and he's really funny. He plays quite a lot of the comedic roles. He's great. He's great. Yeah, I think he's brilliant in the role. Yeah, so Joe Slight, I don't know if I say his name, was on Eddie today. I haven't seen him in anything before. Yeah, I thought he was really good for the role. I don't know what to say about him, but he was good. Yeah. I would highly recommend going to watch Blood Brothers. It's on tour at the moment, as I have mentioned. They've got some dates up until April. So they're going to be touring up until April, the end of April, and then there's a few months. They're having a few months off, and then they're back on the road over the summer. No, I don't know, because they're starting to fill in that gap now. So maybe that break won't be as long as I think. I'm definitely going to try and catch this tour again because I love this cast, and yeah, I just think everything about the show is brilliant. Yeah, in terms of favourite songs, I think let's go with everybody says Kids Game, but I don't understand why. I think they're going to tell me it's not true. The famous song, the one that everybody knows. When somebody thinks of Blood Brothers, they think of the song Tell Me It's Not True. It's a massive moment of the show. My favourite moment of the show, even though it's really sad, it's still a great moment. Yeah, either that or I do like Shoes Up on the Table. I like all of the different reprises of Shoes on the Table. Brilliant. I love the way it just comes up every now and then. And like, and Bright New Day as well. What a great song. Marilyn Monroe, I think, is overused, but it's still quite good. Because I know that the school kid behind me were taking the mick out of Marilyn Monroe references. Anyways, yeah, so go watch Blood Brothers. I think it's a great show. It's definitely one of my favourites, and I can't wait to see it again. Yes. Okay, well that's another theatre vlog done for you guys. I'm going to start doing some monthly roundups, so at the end of every month I'm going to round up all the films and shows I went to see. So look out for them, and I'll try and do some more theatre vlogs as well. I don't know if I've got a couple of shows lined up for this month. I've got 2 more shows lined up for this month, but I don't know if I'm vlogging them. I might do, I might not, but you'll see some sort of star rating on my Instagram. So go and follow that if you want to see that, and also go follow Sam as well while you're at it. So that's Sam.Ross_16 and Carter.Giving. Okay, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.